I love movies. And what I'm going to show you is my personal collection. So these are DVDs or TV shows that I have bought or have been given to me. But this isn't all of them. Like, there are a whole bunch more, but this is just my personal collection. So, let's start. Pardon me. So this movie is The Thief and the Cobbler, and it's one of my favorite movies. I watched all the time when I was a little girl, and looking back on it now, it's a really trippy film, but it's really beautiful. The animation is. The story is tenuous at best, but I still think it's wonderful, and I watch it when I can. So I recommend it, but it's strange. I fully realize that, but I love it. Next, of course, we have Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog with Neil Patrick Harris, Felicia Day, and Nathan Fillion. It's just wonderful, and if you haven't seen it, just go watch it. It'll take you like an hour tops. It's just really funny and non sequitur and brilliant. And on the DVD, they have an entire, like, the commentary is staged as a musical, because why not? I love these people. Next is season 1 of The Walking Dead. I'm just gonna say this now, I am the biggest horror fan. Probably not the biggest, I mean, I'm sure there are other people, but I really like it. I love zombies so much. I had read the comics for The Walking Dead. I'd read the first compendium, and so the TV show doesn't quite follow the comics, but I think that's okay, because the comics are awesome, and the TV show is equally awesome, and let's be honest, if you read the comics, you know what I mean. There's a lot of stuff they do in the comics that they couldn't quite do on AMC. It's not HBO, but I think they're beautiful as standalones. If you haven't watched The Walking Dead, there is some gore, but it's also a really emotional series. Like, the pilot had me bawling. I was crying like a little baby, and I'm like, this is a horror film or TV show. I'm not supposed to be crying, dang it. But really good. So next is CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, season 3, I think. Yes, it is. I have, I think, like season 6 or something around here, or something like that. I love CSI. I only watch CSI Las Vegas. I tried to get into Miami, and I was just like, nope, not doing it for me. I love it. Really good. Yeah, not much else to say. So, this movie, Wreck, this is, how do I even introduce this film? It's a Spanish horror film by these two directors whose names escape me right now. That's embarrassing, because I wrote a paper on this film. It's a Spanish horror film that was remade, almost shot for shot, as the American film Quarantine. And not hating on American films or anything, but Quarantine can't hold a candle to this. This movie is just, like, balls to the walls, pardon the phrase. It's just adrenaline. It's really well done. The second one's just as good, which is rare today. But, I wrote a paper on it for my film class. I wrote a paper on the use of, shaky cam, the Cloverfield style in horror films, and this movie inspired me to write it, because I saw it, was like, this is so good. Highly recommend it. Very, well, if it's gory, it's really intense, but I still recommend it. Even if you don't like that style, I would still watch this one. So next is Dogma. I love Kevin Smith. I know a lot of people take offense to some of his, his thoughts or how he portrays religious ideas, which is fine. Again, that's cool. I understand why people don't like it, especially Dogma, but I love Dogma. I think it's hilarious. And I mean, it also has Alan Rickman in it. I mean, come on, that's a guaranteed winner right there. And, Alanis Morissette, but I won't spoil who she is. But if you've seen it, you know what I mean. Now, as I started this video, I realized that I have no idea why this is up here. Like, I never bought it. I think it's part of my family's collection. I just, watched it one day and it ended up with me somehow. I don't hate Shrek or anything. I think Shrek's great, but I don't know why it's here. So, Shrek the Third, everyone. Yay. was just shocked because I didn't quite understand the humor that was going on. But now I love it. Like, it's quoted so often when I'm with my family. Yeah, very, very funny. Next is Creepshow, which, yeah, like I said, I'm a horror fan. It's just all these little horror story vignettes that are written by, oh, sorry about that, Stephen King and have Tom Savini, and I think Stephen King's actually in one, but they're really campy, but they're really fun. I like camp. Camp could be good. So then, of course, Studio Ghibli, My Neighbor Totoro. I love Studio Ghibli, especially Hayao Miyazaki. I have Spirited Away here too. Just beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And of course, I have no shame. I'm a True Blood fan. I have seasons 1, 2, and 3. I'm getting season 4 soon. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's stupid. You just watch for the beautiful cast. And I'm like, so what? So what if I do? But I don't. I mean, yes, everyone in that cast is gorgeous, but it's a really good show. I guess it is a soap opera, but it's a really, really good soap opera. I fully enjoy it. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Highly recommend it. Season 1's kind of like an introductory, so it's kind of like you're getting to know the characters. The second season's just crazy good. The third season's decent, like it's good. But then the fourth season's just awesome, at least in my opinion. And the fifth season starts in like a couple weeks, so yeah, I'm super excited. So, alright, I have a confession to make. So, I have seen all sorts of classic movies from all over the world. I've seen a good chunk of the AFI Top 100 movies list, and I appreciate them. I know what they've done for film, and I think they're beautiful films. However, in my opinion, still, the best film ever made is Jurassic Park. I'm sorry, it has dinosaurs in it. Your argument is invalid. Like, I was a dinosaur kid, and I remember seeing it when I was little and just being like, oh my gosh, that's a T-Rex. I didn't think those were real. And I mean, I knew they weren't real, but just the beauty with which they brought dinosaurs to life just still blows my mind. My brother got me this for Christmas, and it has all three. And I mean, the other two are fun, obviously. Everyone hates on them. I'm like, yeah, you know, they're bad, but they're definitely fun. But the first one, best movie ever made. And I know that probably isn't true, but in my heart it still is. I'm a dinosaur kid. Still has dinosaurs. Now, I'm also a history kid. Now, before you jump on me for saying history and then bringing up the Tudors, you know, the Showtime version, in one sentence, I just want to say that I knew all my Tudor history well before I saw the Tudors. When I was a little girl, like 11, 12, I had all these books about the princesses. I started with Elizabeth and then sort of worked backwards, and I learned about Mary was Catherine of Aragon's daughter, and Anne Boleyn and all of them. So by the time I started watching Tudors, I knew what was going to happen. And even as a history nerd, I still say the first season of the Tudors, it's entertaining. It may not be the most historically accurate, but it's a good time. It's fun. I recommend it. And of course, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, can't go wrong with Disney. You really can't. I love Disney, and as you can tell, yeah, that's Cogsworth and Lumiere. When the plush came out, because Disney brought Beauty and the Beast back out of the vault, which they do every 20 years, they issued a line of like stuffed animals, and I had to get them when I saw them. I love Disney a whole lot. My room has a whole bunch of Disney stuff. If you walked into my room, you'd probably think I was like a 5-year-old girl, but no shame. I love it. And next, of course, is the incomparable V for Vendetta, which, if you haven't seen, just go out and see it. It's such a powerhouse of film. It's emotional. It has some of the best quotes and scenes. It's got a great cast. It was actually funny. He's now my best friend. When we just met, we started talking about movies because that's common ground for me because I'm a movie nerd. And he was like, have you seen V for Vendetta? And I was like, no. And he literally the next day brought me his copy. It was like, you need to see this. And I did. And sure enough, it became one of my favorite movies. It's so good. So watch it. And, okay, I'm also a theater kid, and so I love the Reduced Shakespeare Company. All their stuff's on YouTube, or at least for I think most of this DVD. But this is when they take on Shakespeare's plays, and I love Shakespeare, and they are so funny, and they're just amazing performers. So I bought it on DVD, and if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube and look up either the Othello rap or Hamlet Part 1 and Part 2, or even Romeo and Juliet. Like, all of their skits are brilliant, and they just sort of make fun of, but honor Shakespeare at the same time. So, it's great. And this is El Dorado, which was also one of my favorite animated films when I was little. It's still hilarious. Great music, beautiful animation. Not a lot of people, at least in my experience, know about it, but it's so much fun. It's so funny. I love it. And of course, we come to the Disney part, and Tangled. Oh my god, I don't even know how to explain my love for this movie. When I first saw it, I was just kind of like, it's okay. And then for some reason, the second time I saw it, I was just like, why? Why is this perfect? Why is this the story of my life? I think it's wonderful. I really do. It's not a classic Disney, but I think it has so much charm. And, oh my god, I'm such a nerd. Sorry, I have so much Disney blush. Here's Pascal, which I got for Christmas because he was one of my favorite characters. I mean, he's so funny. He just makes really funny faces. And so, my mom got me Pascal for Christmas. Yeah. Now next is Ghost Ship, which is, I like to call it one of my introductory horror films when I'm introducing people to the genre, because it's really campy, but it has enough, you know, scare moments to kind of get people into it. The opening scene's fantastic, and it by no means is it revolutionary or even like top 10, but it's a fun movie in my opinion. Also has fantastic music. So this is Lagan. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. It's really long. It's like 3.5 hours. It's a Bollywood film, but it's so worth it. It's like sports film meets traditional Bollywood musical, and it just kind of blows up, and it's awesome. It's got some amazing music. It's an amazing story, and the 3.5 hours goes by like that, like just bam. I did a paper or a presentation for one of my film classes, comparing Moulin Rouge, right there, and Lagan, and both fantastic films, but Lagan's amazing. It's Once Upon a Time in India, and it's about a cricket match, and it sounds silly, but it's so good, so good. Now, I like Baz Luhrmann. Romeo and Juliet. I have such mixed feelings on this because, like I said, I'm a Shakespeare kid, and this is really strange, but I appreciate it. You know, it's fun to watch when it's a rainy day. And of course, Moulin Rouge. I remember the first time I tried to watch it, I was just like, what is going on? Because, it's a kind of a postmodernist style, which I know kind of people throw that out a lot. It's very strange, and it's not filmed like a traditional musical, but once you get into it, there's this one scene, El Tango de Roxanne, which, it breaks my heart, and I think it's one of the most beautiful scenes in film, which people probably can rightfully argue with that, but, I love it, very good. So I really like it, and it has all the songs. Because there's only one original song in it, Come What May. The rest of them are like compilations of famous songs, so it's really fun to sing with. So next is the best of Riverdance. I love Riverdance. I watch it all the time on YouTube. I got this while I was in Ireland. I saw this, was like, yup, picking that one up, and never regretted it. I have all the music on my iPod. I like to dance. I'm not that good though. And of course, Miyazaki's Spirited Away, which is just, the animation is so pretty. It's so nice. It's also a great story, so you should watch it. And then, that's Strictly Ballroom and Behind the Curtain. Like, all these Baz Luhrmann came in like a Baz Luhrmann, like, pack. So I haven't watched those two yet, but, because I mainly bought it for Moulin Rouge. But, yeah, I love Baz Lerman, and I'm almost on 16 minutes, so thank you very much, and I'll be posting some videos soon. Bye.